Hello, 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 thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian, this is still my channel, and today we are continuing the story of Scarlet Hollow. Now, as far as I know, we wrapped up our first episode. I'm not going to do a whole recap of what happened because I know that it should come once episode 2 begins. Though I will just go ahead and note that in the time since we recorded last, Scarlet Hollow did the developers did kind of a overhaul of the first couple of episodes. So I know episode 1 has some options where you don't have to go into the forest or can take a different path or something like that. Episode 2 presumably has some kind of path where you can do more danger avoidance. I'll just go ahead and say this has been a very fun, engaging story for me. So I may decide, because the game technically is still in early access because the last couple of episodes haven't been released yet, I might do episodes for the first 4 at some point, including the one that we're doing right now. And then I might actually go back and take a different path, do maybe a bonus episode of that or something like that if you're interested in that. But for now, we are going to continue with the story that we've currently created, and we should be able to get a recap of what happened in the first 2. So one of these eyes is gonna tell us. Actually, hang on. There we go. We did that. Continue with this world state, we save the game, continue! And yes, we will see a recap of it. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet. Your cousin's mother and your aunt, so that's the person we are coming to visit. Seem like something you shouldn't ignore. I mean, I guess we're not coming to visit her because she's dead, but we're coming for her funeral specifically. Seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. So, what do you say? Wanna tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. So yeah, one of these things is I have a ton of different voices. I can never remember other than the dog is a Southern Belle and the cat is French. Those are the 2 that I have. Other than that, I'm just kind of recreating them. I don't make enough money off of this channel, monetization-wise, to actually go back and make sure everything is consistent. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen, the dog, whines and pulls at her harness. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pulling the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands, and I do not regret that decision, because you have to save the dog. Oh, Snow and Nerd, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god! Oh my god, what do we do? Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Man, this is really making me remember what my voices are here. From the comfort of Stella's guest room, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Oh, apparently we can't sleep in. Alright, fine, I'll wake up if you insist. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are looking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against the tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. Note, you can refresh yourself on the events of previous days by using the journal icon on the quick menu. So that is probably this one? Ah, there we go. Took some boiled peanuts, which will... See, it's a major decision. It's going to come in handy. I know it's going to come in handy. Witnessed Duke die in the woods, met Stella's friend Kanika and her mother Sybil, crashed at Stella's and called Tabitha. Those are the major decisions we made so far. Continue. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door. Where the hell is Snowy Nerdy? Oh, hey Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Saunter out half clothed. I like the word saunter, just like, you like what you see, baby? To your cousin. Oh my god. Let's be passive aggressive. Some people are trying to sleep in here. And some other people have work to do. But if you won't come out, sure. Okay, I'll just come in. Alright. Sorry, Snowy Nerdy. An excited Puff bolts through the door and jumps on the bed. Aww. I simply must say what a joy it is to see that you are finally up. I do hope you're well rested and that you don't mind a most unfortunate guest. Did you know I got a call from the cops this morning? You've been in town 1 day and you're already having run-ins with the police? Wait, they called you? What did they say? Did they find Duke? They didn't find a body if that's what you're asking, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Snowy Nerdy. Ugh, don't worry, I told them you were an upstanding citizen. You should remember that kindness next time you think about blowing me off to spend the night with a stranger. Tabitha leaves in a huff, leaving you and Stella to follow her back to the living room. Look, I don't care what the cops think, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Snowy Nerdy walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. You're not gonna let her treat my dear Stella like that, are you? Oh, Snowy Nerdy. I'm definitely backing with Stella. Backing Stella here. Isn't this Stella's house? Why are you bossing her around? Snowy Nerdy wants me to stick around, I will. Whatever. I don't really care if you're here for this. You've been in town less than a day, and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up, and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever. That checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Lie. I'm sorry it won't happen again, or I'm sorry it won't happen again, parentheses, it's a lie. I mean, I did watch a man die last night. Cut me some slack. You mentioned that before I went to bed. I have no idea what happened in the woods, but if that's true, it's all the more reason to head back to the estate before it gets dark. I'm leaving. I've already lost a good chunk of my workday coming down here. I expect to see you back at the estate tonight. Stella, please try not to traumatize him while I'm gone. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby, she totally blindsided me. I think she means well. I can't say for sure. Yeah, but that doesn't mean your feelings don't matter. That was tense. Are you okay? I don't regret anything, but you're right, that sucked. And it's not like I didn't let her know where I was. It's true, like isn't that in the journal? Yeah, I called Tabitha before falling asleep. I told her that we were there. Last night was a lot. I don't think anyone can blame you for crashing here. Tabby just doesn't get what we went through. Who would, honestly? Who knows what could have happened if you'd gone back last night? Anyways, sorry for that rude awakening. I'd been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. A full day ahead of us? That sounds like it's walking time to me. Ooh. Explore, book smart. Won't ask the other miners. Do we have to look into this stuff? Let's ask her what the game plan is here. Aw, don't call me boss. We're partners in this. But first things first, I was hoping to swing by the library. Good, that's what I was hoping to do as well. Kanika's got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? You and Stella exchange numbers. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads, group chat. Hopefully we can find out more about ditchlings from some of the older local books there. I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but who knows if that'll pan out. Anyways, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Can I eat first? Don't worry about it. I packed all sorts of snacks for the day, and Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library. Alright, but those snacks better be good. I'm counting on those snacks, as if you even need to worry. The walk to town was short. Stella's house was barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. By the way, before we go any further, I will just say I should probably, start opening episodes with this, when it is Scarlet Hollow. Because whenever you open the game, it does give you a content warning saying there's some seriously dark horror game type stuff in there. So, just be aware, it might get scary at some point. You know, content warning, I want to make sure I'm doing my due diligence. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Oh, it's right behind our shoulder there. Well, it's also the Town Hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. That and our mayor's really into going on walks. Our mayor is Gretchen! Let's go! Finally got a dog mare. This is what we're going for. I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could be just the pick-me-up we need with everything that's been going on. Stella may be fond of him, but I certainly didn't vote for that beast. Okay. They seem to be implying that it is a dog, right? It is not just me. It's likes going on walks, vote for that beast. Gretchen doesn't seem to care for him. Huh? Alright, I know you've joked about it a couple times, but now I'm actually starting to believe you can understand her. I can! Because after a lot of deliberation, I took speaking with dogs as one of my special talents. Gretchen absolutely can't stand Mayor Jimmy. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Who is that? The guy? Morning, Stella. And you must be Snowy Nerdy, right? Man, the resemblance is really uncanny. The name's Avery. I work at the diner. Sorry, I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to hang around and chat or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I'll chat. You gesture toward Avery and Sybil gives Stella a thumbs up. Cool, see you soon. Huh, she always has time to chat. Did something happen last night? Oh, Stella and Snow and Nerdy just got up to a bit of trouble, that's all. It's not my place to share. Well, it's your place to share, right, Snow and Nerdy? Yeah, I'll tell Avery the whole truth. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they killed Duke and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, slow down. Duke is dead? It's true, I'm afraid. That's awful. Has anyone told Bo? Yes. He's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check on him today, the poor lad. I can't believe you had to see that, Snowy Nerdy. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. Oh, sorry. It's chaga and lemon balm. Sorry, I'm mixing up my voices now. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Snowy Nerdy. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I better get back to it myself. Ah, okay. Confidant, tell Avery the truth about last night. Wonderful. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. What is wrong with people here? Let's do the monster. Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the woods are full of monsters? People tell a lot of stories up in the hills, especially city folk who wouldn't know a bear from a Bigfoot. No offense, of course. But I'm afraid that means most folks aren't going to take your claim very seriously, at least not until they see what you saw with their own eyes. Be gentle with them, Snowy Nerdy. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe and God bless. Stella said that you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Let's swing by the diner. Avery invited me. The diner's a little quiet, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. When the patrons of the danger just kick down the door, there's monsters in the woods! Let's talk to Avery. Slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up a fresh mug of tea in hand. Oh gosh, a new voice. Heard you might need this. My condolences, by the way. Welcome to the holler. Do let us know if you need anything this week. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that the sound a pen makes? Because it's the sound that a pig makes while it's in a pen. So it is literally a sound coming from a pig pen. Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I'm just saying, you know what? I might cross out on Jeopardy, but I'm still gonna crosswords, y'all. I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something I do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. When he leaves, Avery contemplates the daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. Yeah, I'll just tell him. Why not? You share everything. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods. I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. How exciting. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going out to the woods to look for someone. It must have been Duke. They seemed so disconnected from it. I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow. Small town cops not knowing how to do their jobs? Sounds about right. Avery sighs, then chuckles. You're not wrong. As someone who didn't grow up here, it was a little jarring to move to a place where the cops literally do just sit around drinking coffee all day long. It's like a cartoon. The worst they usually have to deal with are property disputes. I'd be surprised if they actually knew what to do in a real emergency. I had been doing a transplant. Where are you from? Moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm a perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be part of. I have felt pretty out of place the whole time I've been here. Folks on the whole have been plenty friendly, but life here is so different than what I'm used to. It's hard to explain, but I just don't feel like I belong. Exactly. There are worse ways to be, but I'm not sure I'll ever actually feel like I belong here. You regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie. There's no way she's leaving this place. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking. No, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Did you all say that this was exciting? Man, it's dead, Avery. Exciting doesn't have to mean good, but nothing ever happens around here. Aw, man. Looks like my shift is starting. Hope you're doing a bit better. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. I mean, if I have time to swing by the general store, might as well. Might be another voice I have to work out. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. As always, I got off from the nuts. The journal says right here it was a major decision, so I'm offering everyone the nuts. The young man looks up at your now quite pungent bag of peanuts, curls his lips in disgust, and returns to his phone. Honestly, these peanuts might be like my eventual way of like making friends with the monsters or something. Like, hey, you know, don't kill me. Have a look at my nuts. Ooh, hi, I'm Snowy Nerdy. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mom told me. What you doing on your phone? Games. You probably haven't heard of them. What's your name? Miles. Okay, we got a name. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you or Miles sighs? I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care. Wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyways. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm not about to turn down free stuff. Like, if you're offering me stuff, I'll take it. Grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips from a nearby shelf. It will sustain you in the coming days. It will sustain you in the coming days. It's like you got like a whole loaf of bread and they're just like trying to survive on it. Like this bag of chips, this is gonna keep you from starving. Cool. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. You've been talking to my mom too much. Do you know how to get to the mines? Maps are free. Take a map of the town. The mines are a couple miles away, but you now have the power to visit your cousin of your own free will. See you, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn to leave the general store. Great. I didn't steal from the general store. Miles literally said I could take them. It's fine. Anyway, visit your cousin at the mines. Let's do that. Because I know where the mines are. Bother your cousin at work on Tuesday without anyone taking a yo. I don't know. Getting to the mines on foot is a bit of a hike, but not quite as tedious as you anticipated, and the chips from the general store make for a pleasant walking snack. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Surprisingly enough, your cousin just happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitor she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous! You can't fire me for having a damn cold! This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation! You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and I'm obviously going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't want me there anyway. And you want to give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mind and the shithouse you've had me living in. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Snowy Nerdy? What are you doing here? This is my favorite cousin! Well, so much for not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has apparently been banned from the mines. Oh yeah, you can see on the, poster board there, we have a couple of banned, papers. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timey man. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned? I'm curious. Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, she's banned. I guess that makes sense. That's fair. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearl Ann at this point. And the other one is Enoch, a great-great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who own the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Pearl Ann was too excited to have great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day. So we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations? Or I don't need to discuss the intricacies of how I run my business with you. I'm the one making decisions because I'm the one who knows what needs to be done for the place to stay running. And I don't need someone who's never run so much as a startup to try and tell me how I should be operating. It's not like I can take any time off either. I'd kill for 3 days. Never call Pearl Ann Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Yeah, I do. That's what I do. Sybil said the things I saw last night are an omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in this town. Sybil says a lot of things. She's one of those tea leaf reading fortune teller types. I really wouldn't take her vague warnings seriously. Don't get yourself all worked up over what some old lady told you about the end times or whatever she was going on about. Why is there a gun in here? It's Pearl Ann's. She put it up there to intimidate people. I always thought it was a little odd, old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you, she said with her creepy rictus grin looking like this. This portent of doom stuff has me worried. How can you keep focusing on work? I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. I really admired your leadership with that guy earlier. Yes, I'm good at my job. The Scarlets have cultivated generations of a certain kind of management style that's gotten the mine through some very difficult times. You can't let people run all over you. Grandma Eddie learned that from Enoch, and she instilled it in Pearl Ann, and Pearl Ann instilled it in me. Vivian couldn't cut it. She would have been terrible at this. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. Well, luckily I got those chips that Miles gave me that are going to sustain me in the coming days. Oh, no, never mind. The bag of chips was not enough to sustain you this long. Surprise, surprise. You require more substantial sustenance. Let's take a lunch break, you and me together. What, are you hungry? I thought I left you food at the estate. Why didn't you eat before you came out here? Ugh. Can't believe I have to worry about a whole other person's food schedule. Like I'm your mom or something. If you really can't wait, then go find something at the cafeteria. It's the building with a big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. Oh, and bring me back something too while you're at it. They have a mac and cheese I don't hate. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out. All the great corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Of the many options here, I'll get directions from a nearby group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the workers unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? You've got a reason to be bothering us? Sorry, there's multiple Zachs, so I'm trying to, create an echo. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. Wait, is it multiple Zachs? Or, okay. I don't know. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. He accosted me last night. Wait, what? No way. Wait. I don't know if his name is Zach or there are multiple people named Zach. It looks like there's just one guy named Zach. It would have been very fun if, all 3 of them were named Zach and they were just the Zachs, but I guess not. Isn't that guy y'all said was, well, I guess he's still around. Sorry, I don't care at this point. I made the decision to do an echo effect, even if it's one person, so we're just gonna pretend Zach has an echo. But accosting people at night? That doesn't sound like him at all. Press them. What do you think happened to him? Thought pause. Ain't no place to talk about it. Least of all not with the boss, his cousin. So I met this guy on the bus. wore a beanie and a shirt that said, "I went to Yeah." He said he had some friends working mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. You give me some boiled peanuts? Do y'all want any? You pull a live bag of boiled peanuts and offer them to the miners. Pass. No thanks. No thanks. I'm good. Now, is there anything else we can help you with? What do you think of Tabitha? The miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. I guess because she's the boss, so they think I might like narc on her or something. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good enough boss. End of story. Seen anything weird lately? Might look you up and down. Weird how? Weird noises coming from the woods. Not a peep, 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 peep. We're on the ground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was just an owl. You're not used to the local wildlife yet. Have you run into any other weird animals? Nope. You been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her video was actually pretty good. But you know, now I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters, but now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the season change and all the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before. Huh, maybe it's like global warming and I think they're calling it climate change now. I've got a couple of other questions though, do I really? I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm gonna do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zach, just go easy on him. I am going easy on him. The cafe is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know, mac and cheese is pretty decent. Mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. I'm a little bit suspicious of that mac and cheese now. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. Cafeteria remains a hidden treasure and you remain without a map. Didn't I take a map? How else did I get here? Approach another group of miners. Okay, oof. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? How do you know I'm Tabitha's cousin? You introduced yourself to the whole town yesterday? That's fair. What do you guys think of Tabitha? Three men visibly stiffened. Lovely woman? Always been a good boss, runs the place well. Y'all know this guy I met on the bus? He said he had some friends up here. Maybe. What's he like? You tell the group of miners about your encounter on the bus yesterday. I think I probably remember someone like that. Yeah, he's no friend of mine either, that's for sure. Never met him. Don't know him. Sorry, don't know him. Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Noises in the woods. I heard something a few nights ago, like nothing I ever heard, on some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, sorry, which one was Smith? I'm telling you, Isaac, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford any more if I want to have Christmas off. Weird animal sightings? Don't tend to go on many hikes. Not exactly the nature scene type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between. It's all on that front, thanks. So many miners, gosh, I don't have that many voices. Anything else? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Oh, wait, which one was Isaac? God, I'm mixing these people up now. Wait, have you seen him? I saw him. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God, everyone thought he was dead. Oh, hang on. No. Which one was Smith? Smith was kind of low guttural, right? Now hold on, creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? That's what Sybil's been calling him. Huh. Good woman. But I don't expect she'd know every mining fella in town by sight, if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying, it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though... Okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face. Sorry, this is still Smith. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever's calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen him sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. Miners were all silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagined the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him! Who was he seeing? Whoa now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Press them. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs and then Sam Wayne's case disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. As Smith and Rodriguez turned to leave, I didn't hesitate. I'll be just a minute, guys. Your funeral, man. I wanted to ask you something in private. I'm about to grab something from the cafe if you don't mind joining. How serendipitous! You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has of his own accord offered to share his wisdom with you. I was actually looking for the cafeteria. Great, let's walk. You follow the hard-faced young man, an anxious energy in his step, as he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the planned offerings. You said something earlier about seeing Wayne? The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Did Tabitha see him? Did she say anything about you to him? About him to you? Something like that? Ooh. Why are you asking? Because Sam Wayne is a friend of mine, and he's been missing for over a week now, and I seem to be the only person around here who gives two shits about it. And I'd be willing to bet the last person who saw him was... Oh, great, another one. Oh, we're looking for... Oh, hang on. I'm trying to... Oh, we're looking for a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye. That Sam Wayne fellow, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talk. Got it? I don't want to disappear, too. Oh. Why is that kid so jumpy? It's like you never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yep, I've skipped town over this. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got the chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody's in camp seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live with that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of me and showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Ooh. Wait, you talking about Pearl Ann? Lord no, even Wayne had some standards. Not that old lady Pearl Ann didn't have her day. We best get going. Wouldn't want that hot meal to get too cold. No reason to stay in any longer. Alright? You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back toward her trailer. But you don't make it far. Ooh, something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched, the smell of sick flesh. Snowy Nerdy, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. Music changed. It's dangerous here. You need help? Oh, you need help? It looks like you're hurt. So you aren't afraid of me. Good. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Snowy Nerdy. There are other forces at play here, trying to pull you in their own directions. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through. For both our sakes. I'm the only person in town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. Every breath you take. Every move you make. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. Let's just walk back, chill, casually returning to Tabitha's office. She meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What, was there a long line? Tabitha, there's this creepy miner who keeps following me. Wayne? I don't know what to tell you. Thought pause. Look, I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumors, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell, then he disappeared. It happens all the time in this line of work. People show up for a job from out of town and they disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I don't even know if he was still alive, but of course my workers blamed me for him running him off. Whatever, it's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, that's news to me, and also none of my business, as he is no longer. Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? Oh, Stella found me. How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door, and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off. Hey, Snowy Nerdy, you disappeared on me. I guess you came here? Oh, and hey, Tabby, I was just trespassing. Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed to look out. Is there someone talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other side? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anybody had seen her. And while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody encountered those things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that syllables said are like little mothmen for telling doom? Stella. And also there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here who Kanika says is super creepy and sick and... Stella! Yeah? Just stop. Stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You were standing right in front of me. Extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunt for that kid? The Maxwell place or the gas station or whatever. Anywhere but here where you were explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's one of the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go somewhere else before Tabitha once again trails off. But both she and Stella have noticed a girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge right over here. It's Rosalina! Kanika, we found her! She's headed up the hill! Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there! You've gotta be kidding me. I don't remember Kanika's voice. She had like a more like sullen teen voice when I talked to Sybil with her. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know that Oscar was looking for her, then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl disappearing over the hill. Damn it! I'm never gonna finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We'd better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded-up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Aw, yeah, it's Cousin Bonding time. Tabitha sighs. Let's just get this over with, alright? I don't like the thought of you walking around an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Tabitha huffs her way through to the mine entrance and disappears through the darkness. I guess I'm gonna follow her and enter the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected. The air is thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because deep down you like being a curmudgeon? Let's say because it was safe. Wasn't safe. That's right. There was a collapse here that killed 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined my family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped on the rubble and left slowly to succumb to crash injuries or burns, or dehydration. It took a week to clear most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. Can't say I blame them. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? Doesn't really matter whose fault it is. That's ancient history at this point. 100 years on, who cares about pointing fingers and passing blame? Everyone involved is long dead. What I care about are the 168 people who climbed out of their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Wow, that's deep. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Let's use our book smart talent. We should be careful. It should sound like a rock shifting somewhere. Have you not been careful up until this point? Did I give you my whole tragedies of the past spiel for nothing? Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. Let's follow her again. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though the place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You can at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. Still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kanika, anyway? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows? What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. You're probably right. She's jealous and needs to get over it. I suppose that's fair enough, really. I live in the South. We hold grudges. Let's move on. They're close. Oh, a lot of people. You breathe a sigh of relief as tight passageway gives way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says that they only abandoned the mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby and Snowy Nerdy, I guess you two caught up to us. Two Scarlets in one place. What luck? Sigh. Well, at least you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just assuming Becca and Alexis are the same accent, the same voice, that's fine. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling like an idiot. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane. Cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. Can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my whole life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. It's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it's entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear this sad 20-something to shreds. Yeah, definitely tear that sad 20-something to shreds, because Ain't no other sad 20-somethings here for sure. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where did you get that idea? My Gretchen can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell me about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha! Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. You said it's haunted? Can't believe you didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. No ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway, so she still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what do you say about child labor? I'm a teacher. I gotta go with the I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect your option. From what? Even if ghosts were real, what would they even do? Yell boo in your face? Yeah, that's real scary. It totally justifies living in a dusty old library. Yo, we should break in and Ghostbust it or something. Oh my god, Zane. You can't Ghostbust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it actually is real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella Ghostbusts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care. And I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mine. Uh-oh. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, don't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers, for sure. I know that this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. They're an old Cornish myth named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella! I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the last few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. You have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along, too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where did the 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Stella. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we were here. Ugh, must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get those hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Stella, stop sneaking into my minds. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just has to be a remnant from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? Dave's got a point. I was trying to get you to leave my mind. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever, come on you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I am doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Snowy Nerdy, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Sure, I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort those two knuckleheads out. Thought dots. No, you were not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Ooh. I gotta go with the Booksmart option. I've heard a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Are we biting off more than we can chew? Should we get some professionals down here? I am a professional. I'd also prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out, if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring. Oh, don't worry, Snowy Nerd, it'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told him last night, and we all know how that ended. Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She had none of it to deserve it. Ugh, not you too. I said she could tag along, didn't I? What's the big deal? It's alright, Snowy Nerdy. Tabby's just a bit of a curmudgeon. I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it's against my will and better judgment. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Excuse me, I am a formidable and self-sufficient monster hunting companion. Haha, yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head to the entrance of the mine, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teams. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Let's venture deeper. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But, Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha's really cool? She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't let her just boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Thought dots. Probably smug thought dots, honestly. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? One with... You know, I could use more followers, but that's what I'm saying. Like, subscribe, share with friends. Maybe I can get a sponsor someday. Who knows? Right now, the only like sponsors I have are extremely casual, non-official. I just happen, you know, I'm not being paid to say this. I'm just a fan type sponsors. So let's get me paid out there, fans. Let's go. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice trademark, and I make plenty from ads and donations. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're on, like, every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. And how does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Thought dots. I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into thoughts that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what other people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Thought Knox. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Aw, man, I wish they were gossiping about me. Gosh, I'm not so sure about that. I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock. Closer. Interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is really starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scar me. Ooh. That sounds just the active mind. Again, most of the time when I have an option that corresponds to one of my character choices, I have to commit to it. That sounds just the active mind echoing through the walls, right? Nah, it's Tommyknockers, I'm sure of it. It's not Tommyknockers. That being said, it's also definitely not the active mind. We use a machine these days and it sounds nothing like that. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Kim, they better get grounded when this is all said and done. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. But then the bright side, Snowy Nerdy. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. Alright, we're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As we progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, the panic arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down, and I will follow them. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way? Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Back up. Oh, audio's getting different. Yep, they're close, all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions sound odd, distant. Step forward. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. It's louder, but I don't hear it? Alright, I'll walk toward it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. It's a YouTuber! Hey, you alright, Snowy Nerdy? Bear witness! What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber! On Earth? Is this like a flashback to the mine incident? Snowy Nerdy! Snowy Nerdy, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. You looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked that. Tabby, too! Okay, so it might be like a genetic curse, maybe? Something on the family of mine owners? I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the vision, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go! Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where she's going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? I had some kind of vision. You it too? There's gotta be fumes or something out there. It's an old mine. These places are a death trap. You're probably just hallucinating. Are you literally gaslighting me because of the, gases in the mines? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Ah, there's Rosalina. She appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm sorry it snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder, both of you. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is not be buried alive ourselves. Oh no! Take Rosalina and leave. We'll go after Becca and Alexis. Oh my gosh. This is stressful. Okay, I feel like I gotta go after Becca and Alexis. I can't let them die. Okay, let's do this. No man left behind. Snowy Nerdy, don't do this to me. Don't you do this to them. Are you trying to get us killed? Yeah, I might be. I don't know. We might all die. But, if we do all die, we'll have a previous save point we can get back to. Rosalina runs back the way she came. Follow her. You run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. Rosalina leads the way and Tabitha isn't far behind. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Snowy Lord, if we get stuck down here, you know what, kill me? Then we'd be stuck down here, you'd be stuck down here and alone. Are you trying to push my buttons? We're coming! Just stay where you are! Rosalina, you came back! I don't want to die down here! Then move! Okay. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance. Pieces of fallen rock litter the path around you. All of you, start climbing. Now. Once the last teen is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Come out of the pit. Follow you, start climbing. Can I get out? This way, come on! Because it moves with the kind of smoothness you'd expect from someone who's spent their entire working life in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you have just listened to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God! Toward the entrance. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Come on, we've got to go faster. We're almost there. I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. And then the knocking fades and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. Shit, why? Why did this have to happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm going to make some calls. Cough. This really hurts. Oh, her leg is, crushed. Stella and Kanika popped their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out of there with you. Oh my God. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. But that means the cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. You can't know. Becca squirms through the gap in the boards and scampers away. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby, see if she needs help. We're going to get you help. Everything's going to be okay. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're going to get you out of here and you're going to be just fine, okay? Snowy Nerdy and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Don't worry, Pup. I know you're sick, but I'm here to keep you warm. Am I going to die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. Of course you're not going to die. The ambulance will be here any minute. You're going to be okay. Thanks, Snowy Nerdy. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular, but she's probably going to die. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Snowy Nerdy. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. Whatever happens tonight, you should remember it, Alexis. No. Anyone else would have done the same. Definitely anyone else. And I wasn't definitely thinking about just taking you and heading out and letting the kids to be collapsed on. Yeah, Rosalina knows. That's nice, but you're wrong. Tabs tried to make you leave. I should have done more, Rosalina. If I'd been smart and brave like you, I wouldn't have stuck with Becca after she got us lost. Maybe I wouldn't have even followed her into that tunnel, and then you wouldn't be. You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. This just isn't fair. Rosalina, can you hear me? Yeah, still awake. Just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay? Don't go to sleep just yet, pup! Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of their cheeks as they sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are all on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. They're over here, Earl! Jesus H. Christ! You weren't kidding about the emergency! It'll still be a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot's over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour. I don't know that many places in the Carolinas, which is weird because my cousins live there, so I really should know more pronunciations. Might be Brevard. You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it! Rosalina! Sweetie, I'm here! Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean? I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she gonna be okay? She's gonna make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir, I promise you we're gonna do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalina, my poor baby! I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. I love you, Dad. Paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? Oscar, Rosalina and her friends got lost in there. Snowy Nerdy went after them. Snowy Nerdy? You mean Snowy Nerdy Scarlet? Oscar, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay, at least nobody died. What happened though? A goddamn after school special is what happened. I'm sorry, I feel like this was all Miles' fault. No, this was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault. Oscar, I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted, but I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time. She told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Once you're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've gotta go. Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. Two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Do you think Rose's gonna be okay? Paramedic said she was stable. She's a tough kid. She'll be okay. What happens now? What happens now? We go home. Now, hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick and don't you dare try to pull anything on him. He did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? You witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. What a coincidence, running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Snowy Nerdy. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his own me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure what went on could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be just on an extended hunting trip. Wouldn't be the first time we've done something like that. I was told footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get the camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And we have to ask, what exactly were those teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them? We saw some teams sneak. I'm gonna be honest with them. Saw some teams sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon no question, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. 2 officers wander back towards the mine. Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. And that is where we will leave off. Going to save there. Going to check the journal. Trying to check the journal anyway. Okay, so it doesn't look like... Oh, that's just Monday's major decisions. They don't update it with Tuesdays yet. That'll be updated presumably when the episode ends. But I'm going to go ahead and end our thing here, or our episode here. I don't know how much time is left in this specific chapter of the game. Feels like that was a very big moment. I don't know if we still haven't even been to the library, so that might be a whole other segment. But my voice is starting to get raw. Doing so many voices, I love these visual novel episodes. They are so fun. My voice gets raw real fast. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call it. This was very interesting, though. Really enjoyed it. Scarlet Hollow definitely ramped up. That's the thing, though, because, like I said at the start of the episode, they've not released the full game yet. It is still technically in early access because there's a couple of episodes that have not been completed. So I'm just here, I want to progress through the game, but I know if I progress too quickly, I'm going to get to, Chapter 5, and Chapter 5 won't be done yet. So, I have a couple of other ideas for, visual novel type things in mind, but this is really fun, and I'm really loving this story, so it's going to definitely be akin to, going through a book series, and then, you get to book 6 of 7 that have been planned, they haven't published book 6 yet, and you're just like, what do I do now? But regardless, I hope you enjoyed this. I will definitely be continuing this series because it is very fun and I'm loving the story so far. In the meantime, though, as always, please let me know if you have any other thoughts about the episode, thoughts about the decisions that I made, or thoughts about the characters, any of my voices, anything like that. I'm always happy to see where people are kind of leaning with regards to what I'm putting out. Always love to see any ideas for other games I can play next. I got a couple lined up, but I always, the more episodes I put out, the more you're kind of getting the hang of the kind of stuff that I like to play, and I feel like anyone who watches a gaming-based YouTube channel might have some ideas about that. So please let me know about your ideas as always. And make sure you are liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing with your friends or enemies. Like, I am really enjoying this channel, and I want to make sure I'm getting a sponsor. You know, I don't know if I would be as prestigious a sponsor as what Stella was getting, but, you know, it would be nice to hit that level for sure. But that level, I know, is a long, long time away. But in the meantime, the most important thing is that you are staying involved, staying engaged, most importantly, that you are staying cool. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!